Lil Rel homie. What's going on, man?
It's chilling, man. What's good with it, man?
You know, AllHipHop love the fact that you're here doing this for us right now, man. First thing I gotta ask you is, you moved here from Chicago last year, right?
Well, I was here, but then I ended up moving to LA to do the other show. So I was here shooting Friends of the People in New York for the last few years, and then I had to go to LA to shoot the Carmichael Show.
So how was it? So what's the difference between shooting in LA and shooting in New York?
It's not a difference really. It's a difference between shooting a sketch show and a sitcom.
Okay.
It's a huge difference. The hours are shorter. Sitcom is more like a job, and script changes a lot. And then you got live studio audience, so I like the instant the instant laughs.
Yeah.
Get the laughs right away to know if something works. So sketch, it takes a long time sometimes. We have really long days shooting Friends of the People, but Carmichael Show, you kind of be out of there like, all right, well, guess I'm going home or go get dinner now. It's like working a regular job.
So have you ever had that kind of experience, like working a regular job for comedy? Because comedy's your passion, but now it's like a 9 to 5 with Carmichael, I guess.
Well, yeah, but it's still fun. I mean, it's a great 9 to 5. It ain't like it ain't UPS or Home Depot or nothing. So no, I mean, you still doing what you love to do. Because I ain't gonna act like it's so rough. You got a dressing room, all that good stuff. So it's real chill, but it's fun. It was a great experience actually doing both of them and seeing the difference.
And with Friends of the People, it's one of the first like group sketch comedy shows in a long time. Like, one, why do you think it's taking so long to have one of these? Like, what's the problem or the complication with doing these?
Well, everything is copycatted. So when Chappelle Show came out and it was Chappelle Show, they started literally doing shows where it's the Schumer Show. It's this, like where it was just built on one person. And we decided as a group that we wanted to do all this together.
So what do you remember about that Doggy Style album?
Oh, no, well, this came out there, I was in 7th grade. And I went to a school called Providence St. Mills, like a private school in Chicago. And when this came out, all of us got flannel shirts and started buttoning it all the way up to the top. And nobody understood what that meant. The older people were like, why are they doing this? Because nobody wanted to run like that in Chicago. And then they figured out and we got in trouble for it.
I did not know about the Live in Color special. What was that about?
It was fun. I mean, they Live in Color. Fox at the time was celebrating Live in Color 20 years, so they casted new people and old people. Originally, the new people Keenan picked and the old cast, we was gonna do sketches together. You know, so imagine reading these scripts about Homie the Clown, and literally the first day of taping, that's when all the vets decided not to do it. For whatever reason, I never know, but it was one of the funnest times I've ever had working with King and Ivy Ryan. It was a dream come true. And it was fun. I mean, I hate it. Nobody will ever get the chance to see what we did, but it was dope.
Man.
It's really dope.
But now, so what's the difference between working, like you said, on a sketch comedy show with Friends of the People, as opposed to now you're working on a Carmichael Show, and you're working with still like legends in the game too. So you're pretty blessed to be with a lot of these comedic geniuses. Like, so what's the difference between working on Friends of the People and Carmichael, besides the schedule, but like just like in terms of how the jokes are structured and how they're written? And
that's a good question. I mean, with Friends of the People, first of all, we're all writers on the show, so we're doing what we think is funny. On the Carmichael Show, I'm an actor. And, you know, I have to do what's written down and set for me. Now, what I love about Gerard is he respects the fact that, you know, if you know the character well, he takes suggestions. So you might be like, I don't like this line, can I say it like this? And, you know, he's pretty open to that. And, which I guess that don't happen all the time, to be honest with you. But I'm excited, though, you know what I mean? Like, it's just scripting wise it's different. When you're a writer and you're able to have say so and stuff, it's totally different when you kind of don't. So that's the huge difference.
So like the network has a final say on the jokes and everything like that, right?
Yeah, on scripts. But it's weird how that works because they can do that. They can veto something right away. We think something funny, and NBC be like, nope. You know, so which that's the difference too. The bigger the network is, the more involved they are in. Not saying True's not involved, because they do give us notes too.
Yeah.
But they give us a lot of freedom too at the same time.
Wow. Ooh, that 808s. That's when everybody either gave on Kanye or you was fucking with Kanye.
I don't get what people had a problem with this. You know what I mean? This album was amazing.
I mean, 808 was
He's just too creative for people. People love you to stay your same way the rest of your life. And that's what it's stupid. Ain't nobody gonna stay the same forever. And creative people always keep getting better. He appreciated the music more. He wanted to do what he really loved music.
So you gonna do your own little 808s and do like some kind of like indie
film?
Indie film, like silent drama.
I'm serious, yeah. It's gonna be something that's gonna throw people off.
Oh man.
Just being creative, man.
Like, what rapper besides, or what would a 50 Cent TV show, from a guy who's written and been a part of 2 TV shows, what would a 50 Cent TV show look like?
He should do a sketch show. He should do a sketch show where he could do Floyd Mayweather. Or do a show spoofing himself like Larry David did with Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that'll be, I thought about that one day. Like that would be you know how funny that show would be? 50 Cent doing a Curb type of show?
Especially with the bankruptcy, he's already almost doing that right now.
It's hilarious, man. It'll be hilarious.
What about some of the rap? What kind of albums you grew up on listening to? Like how much was hip hop a part of your life?
Huge, major part. It's so funny now because I think the older I get, the more old school I get. Like I've been into this whole Big Daddy Kane phase. Paid it for the movie. I literally dress like Money Making Mission. That's how I want to look. I'm like, that's how I want to look for the rest of my life. I want to look like an 80s dope dealer. But
watch out for that, man. It's cheap. I mean, you're in New York City, man. These cops might just think about something.
Man, please. Like an 80s dope dealer. Nobody care about you. Like, he just being retro. But it's funny, man. Hip hop is playing Wu-Tang. Big Wu-Tang fan. Huge Big Daddy Kane fan. Huge Nas fan. You know, huge NWA fan. Straight Outta Compton was an amazing movie. God, I love so much. I love a lot of hip hop. A lot of the new stuff. I mean, I'll bop my head to it, you know, in the strip club and stuff.
But it ain't moving.
It ain't, because it's confusing. And everybody sounded like, man.
So, because it is pretty confusing in the new generation, and the fact that you are very, 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 very adept with speaking on current situations and making light of it, what would Friends of the People or the Carmichael Show, how would those 2 shows and yourself speak on the whole Meek Mill Drake situation? Like when I saw it, I was like, there's so many jokes from that. Like, what's going on with that?
It's weird because, I mean, Meek literally could have just destroyed it. I don't know what he was doing with that first disc. I'm like, what are you trying to be too creative? That ain't you, man. Just talk about whooping his ass and how he not a real dude. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. He had to say, look, that's all he had to say. That's so funny to me. I think about that. Like, dude, what do you, I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
Put a gun in your head and just started, what is this?
Oh, man.
It's one of the worst. And I was surprised this energetic guy did that. And then, now look, the second disc was dope. But you should have did it the first time. Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, Drake is creative, man. You know, but Drake is gonna pull it with Kendrick. Kendrick be shooting shots. Ain't nobody trying to pull it with that man. He gonna tear you up lyrically.
You just like, we friends. I ain't gonna do something. Nah, man. Kendrick's coming.
Kendrick don't care, man.
Is it competitive like that in comedy? Like, is it that same kind of play? Even if it's just playful competition?
I think it is competitive. Well, it depends. I mean, I look at it as more competitive with urban comics, man. That crab in the barrel thing is real. That's why when you hear like comics dissing other comics, it's stupid to me, man. And it's mostly us that's doing it, you know. So yeah, but no, like look, Friends of the People, right? Those dudes, all of us comedians. But I got so much respect for them. It ain't competition. It's money out here for everybody, man. It really is. So, but that crab in the barrel do exist. You know, especially in urban comedy. You know, if people want to admit to it or not. That's when you have when you have one big name comic talking about another big name comic. That's stupid.
That is stupid, yeah.
What are we doing?
I mean, we had a couple of those recently and stuff like that.
Yeah, a couple of them, quite a few. And I've heard things personally from these other guys, and it's just stupid, man.